morning. I'm Dominic Metricardi, and this is Keeping Up with Metricardi. Today we have Tim Dynamite as our guest. How you doing, Tim?
That's Tim Dynamite, trademarked to you. And I'm doing just fine. Thank you so much for asking.
Okay, cool. Well, today we're going to ask Tim a couple questions about his wrestling career. First of all, Extreme WrestleFest versus RYMAT. What's that about?
So, Extreme WrestleFest, I don't come up with the names, but it's the most recent XTWF show that will be taking place, and I put my backyard wrestling career on the line against RYMAT.
Okay.
And essentially, basically, the match itself, I kind of begged for. I kind of asked for it. And the reason why I asked for it is because of the fact that I knew that winning my 4th XTWF championship would more or less make history. And because of that, I felt it was only appropriate that I took it to the man that thinks he's on top of the world right now. So yes, I do have a match with RYMAT, and yes, my career is on the line, and I'm very confident that I'm going to beat him because I've done it before, and I'll do it again.
Okay, Mr. Dynamite. Well, Extreme WrestleFest, it may be good for you, but what makes you actually think you can win? Like you said, RYMAT, he's on top of the world right now. And if he's on top of the world, that means he's the best. And I know you recently lost your belt. So doesn't that mean that you suck? Yeah, that's what that means.
First of all, you said belt. That's the thing about you people. You're so naive when it comes to belts. You see, belts is something that you hold your pants up with. What I carried around was a championship title, something that none of you, especially you, would ever be able to hold. Now, RYMAT, he does have the title. He won an XTWF championship tournament, but that should be mine. I was stripped of it because of injury, and maybe he wouldn't even have that title right now, but he does. So the fact remains that he has something that I want, and therefore I'm going to take it. Okay. So this championship title you were stabbed, and that's how it was taken away from you. But since you're a wrestler, shouldn't you have just beaten him and not gotten stabbed? Like, I think if you were a real wrestler, that's what you would have done, and you would still have the belt right now. But clearly, you're not good enough. So what makes you think you can win? Because you're going to lose. If it was that easy, I'm pretty sure I would have done it. You see, Execute he's pretty deranged. He's kind of psychotic, and therefore he took matters into his own hands, and yes, he stabbed me. But the fact remains that I am still the best, because maybe if he didn't go so low, maybe if he didn't stoop so low and have to stab me, maybe I would have beaten him to a bloody pulp, and maybe I would still be the XTWF champion. But there's so many maybes in this industry, almost to the point where it's laughable. But yes, I was stabbed, I lost the title, and I'm going to get it back.
Okay. So now we're going to go away from Extreme WrestleFest, and we're going to talk about Roman Reigns. Now, I know there's no possible way for you to beat Roman Reigns, because like I said earlier, you're bad. You can't wrestle. I could beat you in a fight. I could beat you. What do you think about that?
It baffles me that this is how you talk to your guests. I mean, yes, Roman Reigns he's the top guy right now, okay? Roman Reigns is practically, he calls himself the guy, so I mean, he is everything that he says he is. And therefore, it seems so fitting that I should go after the top dog, the big dog, as he likes to call himself. And I think it's perfect for me to make a name for myself and make an impact because Roman Reigns is that guy. Now, I did cut a promo on Roman Reigns, and when I said everything that I kind of said to you right here, right now, is that he's at the top of the mountain, and he may be intoxicated by the view, but he's blinded simultaneously. And therefore, he's not going to see someone like me sneak up from behind and knock him off his perch. So yeah, you could see that promo on YouTube and stuff like that. But I did say everything that I said, and I wanted to clarify to him that his top spot is in jeopardy.
Okay. Okay. Well, now you may think he's blinded from being so good and he's up on his perch, but he's better than Rymat. And if Rymat has the belt right now and you're not going to beat Rymat, there's no way you're going to beat him. You may think you can come through and beat him because he's blinded, but all that's going to happen is you're going to try and you're going to fail miserably.
You're so negative. Honestly,
But
is
it's the
this
truth.
how you are all the time?
No, it's not. But is it what you are? Because you're in the sense that you can win, but you're not going to.
What does that mean? Do you understand who I am right now? You understand who you're talking to right now? You are talking to the perfect Canadian.
Canada's
Tim
fake.
Dynamite. Canada's fake?
Yep. Canada's fake.
Oh my God, this is, why, how did I get here? How did I get booked for this? Like, what happened?
We paid you. What do you mean, how'd you get here?
I'm
paid you.
I'm paid for this?
Yeah.
No one told me this. Who? Hey, yo, dummies in the back. I wasn't told I was getting paid. Stupid. Well, that's not the point. The point right now is that I am on the road to recovery right now. I am trying to make a name for myself at other people's expense, and I am injured at the moment.
Okay.
So being injured is kind of halting that whole process right now. But that's not, the point is that once I have fully recovered, I will more or less be the top guy, because not only will I have beaten Roman Reigns, Rymat, win the XTWF Championship, possibly win the WWE Championship, but practically be known as the best wrestler to ever grace a professional wrestling ring. And then you're just going to sit here and, you know, your little chair in this little low-grade studio that you got going here, and you're going to live the rest of your life as a failure. Meanwhile, I am going to be the top guy.
Okay. Okay. Now, you may think I'm going to be a failure, but I'm better than you in every way. I have more money than you. I actually wrestle, unlike your fake stuff.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Stop.
Your fake stuff.
Time. What?
Yeah, I said it. Your wrestling, it's fake. It's not like my real wrestling that I do out with the boys, you know? Yours fake. Ours is real.
You think you're funny, don't you? You really think you're hilarious right now. You see,
Welcome back. Sorry about that. We had some people in the back and they were getting pretty rowdy out there. But anyway, here's Tim Dynamite's promo.
for those of you that don't know who I am, my name is the perfect Canadian Tim Dynamite. And if there's one thing you should take away from this promo here today, is that I'm going to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Now, usually when I say that, I'm met with a chorus of laughter, because how can somebody like me ever beat somebody like Roman Reigns? If you look at our statistics, simply a mismatch. I'm only 5'4", 140 pounds, and when it comes to experience, I'm practically a rookie. Then you take someone like Roman Reigns, who's got wrestling in his blood, multiple-time world champion, and whether people like it or not, he is the guy. And I used to think of myself the same way. I used to do backyard wrestling, and I used to think that I was the man. Then I stepped in the ring for the first time, and with somebody better than me, I realized I was just simply a boy amongst men. Roman Reigns needs to learn that very same lesson. But the person that's going to teach him that lesson will be me. Because if you look in my eyes and understand that this, professional wrestling itself, is all that I have.
You know what I think? You know what I really think Tim Dynamite trademarked? I think wrestling is fake. Just like you. You're fake. Your entire corporation's fake, and nothing you do is ever going to be real. What do you think about that?
You think you're funny, don't you?
Hilarious.
You really think you're being hilarious right now. You see, I know something that you don't. I know exactly who's watching this, when they're watching this, and where they're watching.
Okay. I'm sick and tired of this show. It's being canceled after this episode. Tim Dynamite, it was nice.
No, you know what? Here's the deal. I was here before being here was cool. You see,